Most people do not want to be part of the process. They just want to be part of the outcome. But the process is where you figure out who's worth being part of the outcome.
Hey, Ty Brady here with Brady Insurance Marketing in the Ty Brady Way, one of the nation's largest field marketing organizations that helps independent agents achieve a 6- and 7-figure income with the systems and strategies that I'm going to talk about with you today. My name is Ty Brady, the owner of Brady Insurance Marketing and the Ty Brady Way. Welcome back to another episode of the Ty Brady Way, episode number 64. As I always ponder and think about what topic I'm going to talk about on my weekly podcast, the one that came to mind this week is an old story that everybody's been familiar with, but I'm going to remind everybody about this story. And it's called the Little Red Hen. The story goes like this. There's a little red hen who works hard each and every day in the garden. And as she's working in her garden, she comes across a seed of grain. So she goes to a dog, goes to a pig, and goes to a cow. And she asks, would you like to help me plant this grain of wheat? And all of them said, no, 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 no. All three of them, no, I do not. No, I will not help. No, I will not help. No, I will not help. And they decided to lay around in the sun and sunbathe rather than help the little red hen. So the little red hen says, fine then, I will do it myself. The little red hen then proceeds to go and plant this grain of wheat. And as the time goes by, the grain is then ready to harvest. The little red hen goes again to the dog and says, will you help me? And the dog says, no, I will not. Goes to the pig, will you help me? No, I will not. Goes to the cow, and the cow says, no, I will not. And the little red hen says, fine, I will do it myself. Then the cow, the pig, and the dog continue to sunbathe. So what is the next thing that comes up is the little red hen has to take the grain to have it ground up to make flour. And she goes to the dog and says, will you help me? And the dog says, no, I will not. Goes to the pig and asks, will you help me? And the pig says, no, I will not. Then goes to the cow, will you help me? And the cow says, no, I will not. So the little red hen says, fine then, I will do it myself. And the little red hen proceeds to take the grain to have it ground to be made into flour. The next stage of this, the bread needs to be made. And the little red hen does what? She goes to the dog and says, will you help me? And the dog says, no, I will not. Goes to the pig, will you help me? No, I will not. Goes to the cow and asks, and the cow says, no, I will not. And they continue to sunbathe and do what they do as they watch the little red hen work hard to make the bread. Then the little red hen proceeds to take it to the next step. And the next step is to actually bake the bread. So what does the little red hen do? So this is the 5th or 6th chance that the little red hen has given the pig, the dog, and the cow an opportunity to help. And so she goes to the dog and says, will you help me bake the bread? And the dog says, no, I will not. And to the pig, will you help me? No, I will not. Goes to the cow. Will you help me? No, I will not. So then the bread has been made. All of the hard work has come to a loaf of bread. And the little red hen goes to the dog and to the cow and to the pig and says, will you help me eat the bread? And they jump for joy and say, yes, I will. And the little red hen says what? No, you will not. And the little red hen proceeds to go to a hill and have a picnic to herself as she partakes of the bread and eats it all by herself. My point in reminding you of this story, no one ever sees the hard work and dedication that an individual puts in as an entrepreneur, or all they typically see is the success story, and they see the highlight reel. They don't see the long hours put in. They don't see the dedication. They don't see the sleepless nights. They don't see the money that was spent. They don't see any of that. But people are always willing to say, I want that, but they're not. What they're not willing to do, and it's like the little red hen, is they're not willing to help. They're not willing to do their part. They want the success. They want to be able to partake of the bread. They want to be able to eat with the little red hen, but they're not willing to do the hard work to have the loaf of bread be baked. So as we in life, there's no substitution for hard work. There isn't. If you ask anybody that's an entrepreneur, any of my close acquaintances, my mentors, people that are making $100,000 a year, or $200,000 a year, or $300,000 a year, which I have a lot. Typically, I don't share all the hardship I went through. I'm going to say, yes, it can be done. Here's all the things you can do to make it happen. But if you listen to previous podcasts, I spent 2 years on the road, away from my family. Not a lot of people know that or even were around at the time when I was doing that. But I outworked a lot of people. I outworked my competition, and I did it through hard work. That was it. I was willing, and I didn't come up with any excuses, or I didn't say, you know what, it's time for me to sunbathe and sit back and watch. I knew that the opportunity was there for me for the taking, but I had to be willing. So what I want you to do is ponder this story and ask yourself, are you the little red hen? Are you that person? Or are you the dog? Or are you the pig? Or are you the cow? And whatever stage you are, it doesn't matter, but is the question you need to ask yourself is, are you willing? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to put in the time? Are you willing to put in the money? You know, there's some powerful words. Will you help me? And it's a simple phrase. And the pig, the dog, and the cow said, no, I will not. And the little red hen says, fine then, I will do it myself. You have to be willing and able to do it. And you need to have somebody in your corner to help you, because there will be times when you will not want to do it, that it'll come across your mind, no, I will not. No, I will not go knock on that door. No, I will not call the leads. No, I will not do a presentation. But you have to have, without a shadow of doubt in your mind and in your heart, that you're willing to do the hard work, so that when that objection comes in your mind, you can honestly say, no, I will not. I will knock on that door. I will call that lead. I will do a presentation. I will get out of bed. I will make my bed, whatever the case may be. Ask yourself what you will do. In this story of the Little Red Hen, the bread is there. You know, in the insurance industry, the consumers are there. The reward is there. The achievement is there. And I promise you, if you will do the hard work, if you will be willing to do the things that I teach, the systems and strategies, if you follow them, that you will see success, that bread will rise, that bread will be baked, and you will partake of the sweet joy of having a residual income that most people dream of. A friend of mine reminded me of a quote. Forgive me if I don't say this right, but it goes something like this. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to live a lifestyle that many people will not. So let me repeat that. I am willing to do whatever it takes to live a lifestyle that most people dream of or will never see in their lifetime. Are you willing to do the hard work? Are you willing to look within yourself and analyze who you are, who's in there? Because you can change. The hard work is what it takes. And it's not easy. If it was easy, but if you do that, one day everyone will look back at your highlight reel and realize, how did he do it? And you can say, it was with hard work. It was with dedication. It was a lot of sleepless nights. It was a lot of heartache. It was a lot of money, but the reward will be great. It will bless the lives of you, your family, people that you associate with, and they will bring you true joy and happiness, because this is a story of service, like the Little Red Hen. It was service. If they would have served, they would have been able to partake of the bread. What a small story in a life of so many, that we could take the small principles and move those things forward to teach our kids how they can be better in life. As always, feel free to share this message with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Thank you all for all of your support and for sharing my podcast. I get asked what my motive is. My motive is to serve. And hopefully there's something that I can say or do that somebody else will change their life for the better. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Ty Brady Way. As always, share, like, and subscribe. Go to Instagram at ty.r.brady. And as always, love hearing from you. And let me know what you want to learn on the show or what you'd like me to bring up on the show. Thanks.
You can find the Ty Brady Way on Instagram as well as Facebook. To stay connected with giveaways and Ty himself, go ahead and follow at ty.r.brady on Instagram as well as Facebook. This podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Whitney Face Media Marketing. And the theme music is an excerpt from Hot Chicken of the Woods by Isaac Joel.